Hey Poopy is looking for you and your poo.
Do you have a question, story, comment, or fart noise you want to share?
You can email us at heypoopypodcast@gmail.com.
Or call us at the new Hey Poopy hotline, 203-998-5579.
Can't wait to hear from you.
Hey, everybody. Before we go into this week's episode, we wanted to play our very, very first call-in guest from the hotline.
Yes, we are super excited. I feel like it's our firstborn child.
It is.
We were really super happy. The line's up, so if anybody, wants to submit something, just give us a call. We'll play it on the air for you. But
it's like a gender reveal party.
Kind of, yeah. Well, with that intro, without further ado, I should say, this is our very first voice message on the Hey Poopy Podcast. Check it out. Bravo. Bravo.
I just want to say thank you.
Yeah, thank you, mystery person. We have no idea who that was.
We don't have any idea. Both Dave and I called each other about this first call, and we were like, do you know the number? No, do you know the number? So first of all, we have your number. We might call you and just check in like, hey. In the meantime, we've been trying to do our little bit of a detective work. Question. Is that fart coming from your butt, mouth, other sound effect? We'd love to know.
Yeah, that was what I was trying to think. I want to say it was from this person's butt, but I don't know. It could go either way.
I mean, I would only hope it's from their butt.
I mean,
like,
yeah, it should be.
That would be sad if it was from some other orifice of their body, but...
Yeah, it wouldn't be as exciting. But still, again, thanks to that person who sent that voicemail in. Drop an email... Drop an email at heypoopypodcast@gmail.com, or actually, better yet, call us again on the hotline.
Yes, at 203-998-5579. We would love to hear from you and your butthole once again.
Yeah, or anybody. If anybody wants to, do some cool fart or poop sound effects, let us know. Or stories. Either one.
Yeah. Or you can even call and say how much you hate us and you think that our podcast is disgusting. We will probably play it on the show, but
yeah, we'll give you some love.
I love it all.
Yeah.
Hate, love, farts, poo, bring it.
All of it. Thanks again. And we're going to go into our show with our guest, Jonny Vance, from the Kickstarter game, soon to be in the hands of all the people that Kickstarted it, the Poo-pocalypse game.
Yes. Oh my God, I'm so excited about it.
Yeah, it's going to be really fun. Jonny was a great guest. He was super fun, really has a great sense of humor, and he's making money off of poop.
Yeah.
God bless.
Bless him.
All right, so here it is. Our interview with Jonny
On to the show.
Hey, Poopy, how you doing? Hey, Poopy, how you doing?
I'm just, trying to find a place with like-minded people to talk about like-minded things about me, about poop and stuff.
Hey, Poopy, how you doing? Hey, Poopy, how you doing?
Oh man, what's this right here? Is this a podcast about poop?
And now, the Hey Poopy Podcast with Dave and Ellen.
Hey everybody, we are back.
Hey, this is the Hey Poopy Podcast with
Dave
and Ellen. This is episode 84, but it'll always be number 2 to us.
Yes.
And we have a very special guest, Jonny Vance, who we found through this Kickstarter, a new card game we're going to talk about. But he is so in the poo family that it's perfect.
Yes. So, Jonny, welcome to the show. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for having me, Dave and Ellen.
Yeah, of course.
It's a dream come true.
Yeah, my friend Corey sent me this link for your board game, and he's like, I think you guys should, would be into this. And I saw it. Ellen. She's like, we got to get him on the show. So I'm glad that it worked out.
He sent it to me, and I pledged right away, and then I messaged you.
Yeah.
I was like, I need all of the above.
Oh, that's phenomenal.
Yeah.
We were just talking before the break. Us poo people, we find each other pretty quickly, so we always find a way.
Completely.
Like flies to poo poo.
Yeah. It's drawn to it.
Just magnetically. Johnny, before we go into more about you, we like to know about your poo. So how have you been pooping recently?
I have probably been on the Bristol stool chart a solid 5 or a 6.
Oh.
So not as solid. It is, it's, a little more loosey-goosey.
Yeah.
And that's, probably coming out of the 4th of July holiday. I normally am, keep to a keto diet, but I let loose with the carbs and then adjusting back to what I was doing before. And so, yeah.
That's okay.
Got a little shake up.
It's good to
right.
let things fly for a little bit, get a little crazy. It's okay.
Oh yeah.
You'll right the ship soon enough.
That's right.
Ellen, how have your poops been?
Mine have been horrible. I am so constipated. I took a Swiss Chris last night and squeezed out tiny little nuggets today, but I had all the belly grumblings, like something was going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
And I had my physical today, but thanks to the pandemic, it was over the phone, and was talking to my doctor about my poo problem, and they just prescribed me more stool softeners.
Oh, well, yeah, you are so up and down with your shits, man. It's kind of crazy.
I think I'm going to blame it on you, Dave, because you cursed me. So Dave and I have been doing this podcast for 1.5 years, and he has told me that I'm not allowed to take a picture of my poo and send it to him. And I
didn't say it like that, by the way. I wasn't I didn't throw out some edict. I didn't throw it down like that.
Well, you basically, in so many words, were like, please don't. And so now, because I usually make these magical 4s that are 16 inches long, and I describe them on the podcast. And then a couple episodes ago, Dave opened the floodgates and was like, if you do it, you can send me a picture. And I've been cursed ever since.
Yeah, I guess I'm the curse. I'm the cooler, as they say.
Yes, you cooled down my butthole.
I'm sorry. Well, look, maybe those stool softeners, maybe there'll be something you'll be coming on the show and talking about how you took some gigantic megadon shit. So
after this, I think I'm going to go and get some suppositories because I just need relief.
Okay.
I woke up this morning before I even ate and felt so full, and I was like, this shit needs to get out of me. Ugh.
Oh my God. Well, it'll happen. Well,
how about you, Dave?
I got up really early this morning. I had a really loose, 6 type of shit. But we had, we made some spaghetti squash last night.
Ooh,
and then
that'll do it.
Yeah, well, I made that then I paired that with, we had 2 leftover sausages left over, so I cooked that up with a sauce and peppers and onions, and then so it made it's not pasta, but it was kind of like a pasta dish without the pasta. So I think all that stuff just wrecked me. So I woke up this morning and just had to go, it was just awful, just awful. So a really loose 6, just not just. Woo! I drank some wine last night too, so I think that kind of had a little bit of an effect. So
I would love a reckoning, so send that right over.
Okay, I'll send you the recipe.
You guys can meet somewhere in the middle, balance each other out.
Yeah,
yes.
That'd be nice. So Johnny, since you're on the show, tell us a little tell us a little something about yourself.
Yeah, so I have been a big fan of poop for a while.
Nice.
I've been pooping since I can remember, maybe longer. I feel people gravitate, I don't know if this is a thing, but poop jokes were pretty much outlawed in my house growing up, and so it became very desirable. Right. It was the forbidden fruit that we wanted to partake in. So, so it's been this kind of North Star for me a little bit. I somehow found my way to becoming a writer for Harmon Brothers, and we're the guys who did the Poopery and Squatty Potty commercials. So,
oh, amazing.
I just need to applaud you guys. Also, amazing. I have the Poo Unicorn, the Squatty Unicorn. I use those products.
We celebrate.
Amazing commercials.
We celebrate that stuff here. That's great. So you wrote all the. That's amazing for that whole campaign. That's great. Nice.
Yeah. So a big like take that, mom. She said no one would pay us. She said no one would pay us to tell poop jokes. Well, the joke's on you. There's a market for this. People are hungry.
Oh, that is the best.
They are hungry for more poop. So, anyways, and that
We
sort of, like,
actually, Johnny, we had a guest on the show, Bambi the Mermaid, who did the makeup on the first Poopery commercial. So we've had somebody else who is on the Poopery commercial team.
That's great. That's awesome.
But yeah.
Small world.
Yeah, brilliant commercials. Brilliant.
Thank you. It's been very fun to have such liberties and work with brands that are already kind of breaking down the taboo and the barriers to talking about poop. So
So
completely.
what else were you saying?
Sorry.
No, it's okay. No, you were saying like you're talking more about the Poopery stuff, but then I think you were getting to another part of your life.
Yeah. So that kind of evolved for me. I mean, I still am an employee at Harmon Brothers and a writer there, but it kind of got me thinking that I wanted to do something more, and that's what kind of spurred this idea for Poo-pocalypse.
Yes.
This game of defecation domination that you can play with your friends, I figured I could put my weird skills of writing poop jokes to use.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, I want to know when this started. Like, when did the idea of the game pop into your head?
Okay, great.
I love everything.
Okay, so I describe it as an epiphany. I was there. sitting. I said sitting to clarify in the park, playing with my niece and nephew. I had this entrepreneurial bug. I just barely had a kid, and so his runny stools were on my mind as well.
I'm sure
many explosive experiences with him. And then I just thought, man, what if I mean, my skills are so limited. I know how to write poop jokes. What can I do with that? And then I thought, oh, I love games. What about a poop game? And it sort of came together. And then over the last year, I've been sort of prototyping. And then just a month ago, we launched on Kickstarter. So
it's amazing.
And you guys are hoping to come out with it around December, right?
Yeah. So it'll get to people so that by Christmas, so they can put a Yule log in their stocking.
Well done.
Oh my God.
That was a great pun.
Yeah, I think, Dave, we officially found somebody who's going to outpun us.
Yeah. I mean, you had your epiphany, and that's great. I love it. I love the fact that you just made up this whole game about pooping. It's pretty incredible.
I know. I want it now. I want to be playing it now.
I'll try it. Add some, laxatives or whatever to the whole production process.
Yeah, right.
And it seems to be doing really well as a Kickstarter. So it shows that the market is out there for a poop game.
Yeah, I think there are a lot of closeted poop joke lovers. They're coming out of the woodwork. We're finding each other. So
it's amazing.
It is.
It only took a board game, It's but it's
well, yeah. Describe the game to us. How does it play?
Yeah. So it's a party game. So here's a copy right here. It is 2 to 4 players in the base game, but with the expansions, you can play up to 8 players. It's meant to be, easy enough that you can just play at a party, play with friends, but definitely not intense or anything, but strategic enough that you can play over and over. The idea of the game is the first person to build a poo pyramid wins. So you build this pyramid with 3 cards on the bottom, 2 in the middle, 1 on top, and try and collect these certain cards to build it faster than other people, and then just destroy each other's pyramids along the way. So a lot of in our play testing, there were certainly some marriages that were in jeopardy because they got so into it.
Oh, really? Oh, that's great though. Wow, that's awesome.
There's a lot of fecal fighting going on.
Oh my God, that's hilarious. Nice. Well, I'm excited. I can't wait to play this game. I'm dying to check this out now. So
yeah, I'm obsessed with exploding kittens, and whenever I teach somebody how to play that game, I'm the whole point is to piss each other off and fuck each other over. So this sounds like in that same vein where like people are going to get pissed off and fuck each other over. So
people are. That's the goal. Yeah, exactly.
With
Nice.
funny poop jokes.
Exactly. Yeah.
Congratulations. I think it's great.
Thanks.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, so I think let's see, I love, out of all the cards that we've made, Attila the Runs is one of my favorites.
That is great. Attila the Runs.
Attila the Runs. We have one called Hot Sloppies. It's too much for some people, but just a man just whipping up some hot sloppies. It sounds like what it is. Let's see. This might be relatable to some. This is rabid prairie dogs. It's a little more on the metaphorical side. I hope the KGB doesn't come after me. I made a Vladimir Putin card.
Oh, that's great. It's a picture Johnny's holding up right now of like Putin and that shirtless picture of Putin on a horse, but it's like a big poopy thing holding like a plunger. Oh my God, so disgusting. I love it.
A mother load for Mother Russia. Anyways, we have Jonah Fart. I'm sure I'll piss off some Catholics here, but it was the low hanging fruit. Anyways,
you got to go for that.
And then we're doing one of our expansion packs we're making right now is called Magic the Splattering. And we're doing that for it's a fecal fantasy expansion pack. So we got lots of if you're a fan of Harry Potter, we have Harry Plopper, Ron Squeasley, Hermione Hemorrhoids.
These are so good.
Hermione Hemorrhoids is gonna say Mudblood, but I'm not sure how it's gonna look. So
Right. Oh my God,
Who's the artist you got to draw?
Yeah. He's my good friend. His name is Nate Hardiman. We've been friends for a while. We were in a band together. He's just a fantastic and quirky artist. So
nice. That's amazing. I'm not a huge Harry Potter fan, but this would make me become a Harry Plopper fan. So I do love that.
You're becoming a Harry Potty fan.
Yeah, it's like a backdoor way into liking a Harry Potter. So I appreciate that.
So with your illustrator, you come up with some of the ideas and they sit down and give you some illustrations. Like, how does it?
Yeah. So the whole process worked like I would draw a really crude card in multiple senses of the word, and then he'd make it, turn it into this sort of fun and vibrant character. So
awesome.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
It's been a good process.
And it took you about a year to like sort of develop all the gameplay and like how the whole thing would work.
Yeah. About 7 months of that was playing with my really crappy cards, and then the rest was making it into more of a polished game. So.
Nice, impressive,
awesome.
That's so cool. You should get a job at Milton Bradley now. They're like, guys, I got a game for you. They're like,
the number two card game.
Yeah, the number 2 card game in the world.
Is that what the slogan to the game is? It's the number 2.
I have a little badge on here, self-proclaimed the world's number 2 card game.
Oh, that is so great.
Yeah,
I love it. I love all the puns, everything about it. It's really fun.
I hope it becomes the number 1 card game, though.
Wouldn't that be just sad, though? It would just be so sad.
Well,
people might get confused.
The number 1, number 2 game.
Exploding kittens with it.
That's great, though.
Yeah. Thank you.
So let's ask you some questions.
Great.
What is your favorite brand of toilet paper, and do you put it on the roll over or under?
Okay. I'm a bidet guy.
Yeah, we are too.
Okay, cool.
I like bidets. We like our bidets.
I don't always wipe, but when I do, it is with, I don't know. I feel like Charmin's great, or whatever, like the generic Kirkland brand at Costco is. That does wonders for me. Just the double ply nature of it is a must. And then I'd say I'm probably let's see. I was under, but then my wife converted me to over. Just basically because that was a friction point, and I was before pretty like.
Gotta pick your battles.
Gotta pick my battles, man.
Yeah.
I was pretty much like, I don't care as long as it's on there.
Yeah.
I feel like I've been trained to do overs. So
Gotcha. Okay. Cool.
Well, they say happy wife, happy life. So
yeah, sure. Yeah,
And-
I know, Dave. You're an under guy.
I'm an under guy. I don't think my
does
wife,
that mean you've
I
been
don't think-
listening?
Yeah, I listened. Yeah.
I don't think my wife even like cares. Like she doesn't even notices if it's like over or under, which is kind of awesome. I mean, I've got to the point now where I just don't even like the other day was over. I didn't even know it was over until like 3 days after I put it on the roll. And I'm like, oh, okay. So, but yeah, I guess I'm in the solid under camp.
And Johnny, do you sit or stand to wipe your butt?
I sit. Yeah, I'm a sitter.
Most human beings are.
We've had
But
some,
when we heard
met-
this question,
Yeah.
we have to now ask it.
we've met some people that are standers. And it's,
How? My
Yeah.
question is how?
Yeah, that's what I said. And I feel like when we first met, we had a guest on talking about him talking to, like totally separately, aside from the podcast, he's having a conversation with someone at a bar about how this person was like standing and wiping, and it's like crazy. He brought it to our attention, and I swear, like right after that, it was like within like a month, we had 2 people on the show that like that stand when they wipe. So I don't get how that works either.
I guess if it's like a really crappy bathroom, then I can understand standing. You know.
Yeah,
Don't
like a
wanna-
public
I
bathroom.
mean, yeah, if you get
Yes.
no room kind of thing, yeah, I guess if it's like space. But yeah, just to like do that though, I don't think I'd.
Takes a lot of skill.
Yeah, you know, it's dicey.
And so, Johnny, you were talking about your childhood and how your family was very against poo talk.
Yeah.
But do you have any memories of your poo or farts? And like, did you test the boundaries? Like, if you farted and like tried to give a giggle out of them, like.
I mean, I feel like we were always trying to make my dad laugh. He was like not generous at all with his laughter. I feel like my mom, I don't think I ever heard her fart in my life. So
Wow.
like very like Victorian proper.
Yeah.
Like, you know, my dad would rip him all the time though. So I feel like there was more of an acceptance amongst us and our dad. But yeah, definitely we tried to joke about it. We tried to get laughs. We had to work really hard to make my dad laugh. So if you like make your kids think that something's funny and give charity laughs, it can come back to bite you. Definitely,
Yeah,
definitely had to work really hard. In terms of like actual jokes, I don't know. I don't know.
Or
if I can
actual
think of
memories
any.
of you as a kid?
I remember once, this is one of my most embarrassing poop stories. My cousins and I built a fort out in the woods, in the back of my grandparents' lawn or yard in Washington. And I asked them where the toilet was, and they pointed to a stump. And then I asked them, what do we wipe with? And they said leaves. And so I did it at much too old an age. I'm pretty sure I was like 7.
you're like, well, that's what we do.
And then to make matters worse, so my cousins, I don't think they thought I would go for it, and they got grandma. And so grandma came out with wet wipes. And it was, it was humiliating. Anyways.
Shit. Oh my god.
She got wet wipes for you or for the stump or all of the above?
All of the above. She didn't even offer me to be able to wipe my own bum. She did it for me. So I don't know.
She's like, there's
Felt
something
like I
wrong with
was
this kid.
pretty much violated. Yeah.
She comes in, she's like, I gotta take care of this. I'm taking charge. This kid's out of control. She's shitting on stumps.
Last time I listened to my cousins.
Yeah.
And did you use the leaves?
I did. I committed. Yeah.
That's awesome.
You went full
and I'm
method.
hoping you use non-poison ivy leaves.
I hope so too.
Yeah.
Looking back.
Oh my god, that's funny.
What is your best cure for diarrhea or constipation?
Let's see. For me, I think diarrhea, just getting back to more fibrous diet, or if it's like real bad, sticking to more of a brat diet, bread, rice, applesauce, toast. And then on the other side, I don't know. I haven't struggled with constipation too much, but prune juice and eating more berries, fruits like that's tended to work for me.
Yeah, I don't have constipation. I can't remember the last time I was even constipated. It was so long. It was probably when I was a kid. But
you guys are both so lucky.
High five.
Yeah, Ellen's not so lucky.
Oh, which also, it reminds me, Dave, a couple days ago, I was eating sun-dried tomatoes and just not even thinking what like dried fruits of all kinds makes me gassy. I was ripping the most insane farts. So if we ever do that fart pill thing, we have these fart pills that are supposed to like make your farts smell like roses. If we ever do this, I know it's going to be sun-chokes and sun-dried tomatoes.
Okay.
I was like blasting off. I was like, boom, boom, yeah, all over the place.
Nice.
My pants were
Well,
on fire.
we know it sets you off then. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. Besides the product that you helped advertise, are there any other products that you use in the bathroom to help you?
Yeah. So besides Squatty Potty and Poopery, let's see. I love Tushy. Love my Tushy bidet. I love. We actually have this like American Standard bidet. Like when you've done Squatty Potty, we get like a lot of free samples from like really poopy brands.
Oh, really?
It's a perk of working at Harbor Brothers. Let's see. Okay, so you guys are talking about fart pills. There is a company called Sneak-a-Squeak that I love. They use like activated charcoal and seaweed, I think, are some of their main ingredients. But you just take a couple pills, last for 12 hours, and your farts don't stink.
Wow.
So kind of a cool product, and it's totally safe and natural. They use activated carbon all the time in hospitals, but in large doses, and that's when you're, when you've been poisoned or something. And so it's a way of like detoxing your body. And essentially what it does is it sort of vacuums the smelly poo particles. So you'll still pass gas, but not smell it.
What's it called? Sneak-a-Squeak?
For some people that like ruins it, but.
Wait, what's it called again? Sneak-a-Squeak? Is that what you said?
It's called Sneak-a-Squeak, yeah.
We got to check that out.
To get that.
Yeah, I'm writing this down now. Sneak-a-Squeak. We will check that out.
Sneak-a-Squeak on a plane. Sneak-a-Squeak during yoga.
For a plane would be great. For a plane ride, when we could fly again, that'd be great. Or at least when I'm going to fly again.
And first dates, because we've had those stories when people are on first dates and they're trying to hold in their farts. The perfect one for that.
Yeah, I'm in. I love it already. Haven't even tried it, but I'm sure it's gonna be great.
I did I don't know what you guys call it there, but the covered wagon. Like putting the blankets over my head and farting.
Oh,
Dutch oven.
Dutch oven. I heard Dutch oven.
Dutch oven. Yeah, many names. It works though.
Oh, okay.
Totally did smell anything. So
all right, some research. I like that. Some in-field testing out in the field, I should say.
My boyfriend last night, actually, he was farting so bad. I was like screaming at him, and he's like, "Whatever, you fart all the time." And I go, "But I always light a match. Like I think it's hilarious, but I don't want you to smell it." And so he got up to light matches, and I was like, "If you don't do something to fix this, I'm going to bottle all my farts, and then I'm just going to open them up in your face when you least expect it." I was like, "Don't you dare, like, at least try to be at least a little bit human around me."
Okay, this Jolie, I'm about to cry. This reminds me of a story that I have. Probably why my mom hates poop jokes, or at least contributes to it. In high school, I found out that if you put a tennis ball container up against your butt, less layers, the better, and then bottle it, you could totally open that up in somebody's face.
Oh.
And so I asked my... I asked my mom if she could smell it, looking back, it was just a disaster waiting to happen. And I just opened it up in her face, and she did not talk to me for a couple days.
Oh, she must have been
Did you
so
tell her
pissed.
what it was?
Oh yeah, immediately she knew. Yeah, I just like, Mom.
And how old were you?
Oh, I was way too old. I was in high school. So, but here's the brilliant part. I found out that if you let it sit for like 2 days, it gets worse. It gets so much worse.
Oh my God.
And so I was carpooling with my brother, and I just opened it up in his car after a couple days of sitting in the sun in there, and and the potency was incredible. It was.
It's like a crazy science
you
experiment.
Want to your own bombs.
That is like some crazy like science experiment right there.
Yeah.
Oh
right?
my God.
Oh,
I can imagine.
Yeah, my brother did that to me. We went to 2 different schools because he was younger than me, and he'd get home from school before me, and he would fart in Tupperware and shut the lid. And then when I get home from school, he'd open the Tupperware up in my face, and I would just beat him up because, it was disgusting. So, it works.
It feels like so much worse because someone's going to be eating from that like next day, right?
Yeah.
Oh, my brother also used to take a turkey baster up his ass to force fart, so he'd squeeze air into his butt and then fart it out.
Wow, that's next level.
I think the turkey baster was put back in the kitchen.
Oh, your brother's an animal.
Well, when he was younger, he was an animal. Now he's all concerned.
I mean, how old was he when he was doing this?
Like 13, 12.
That's old enough to know.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. 13?
Yep.
He was a little kid. No, that's you know right from wrong at that point. Come on, a turkey baster up your ass. I would argue that your brother was just like sadistic,
Yes,
crazy person.
Yes.
Oh, crazy. Woo.
Johnny, here's our very favorite question on the show. Bristol 7 coming out of you, fast and furious. No toilet in sight. Do you poop in your pants or do you go on the floor, aka anywhere on the ground?
Oh, on the floor for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
No question.
Has this ever happened to you?
It has not happened to me. My, close family members that live in this house that are not my son. It has happened to.
Would you like to tell us
who
that
will not
story?
be named. I feel like IBS is is a visitor, at the most infrequent, at the most inconvenient time. So
Completely.
I've had to, so I've had to come to my wife's rescue a couple of times. Like, just jump in the car, put down a towel.
You are a saint, my friend. That's true love right there. The help.
100%.
When your partner is having a bad time, that's when that being a true loved one comes in.
Yeah, it definitely puts you through it. Yeah, it's like, what haven't I done now?
Yeah.
Check.
Yeah, exactly. You're like, this should buy me a couple of just days off of just hanging out and doing what I want. Oh, that's awesome.
Dave and I have talked about that numerous times, how true love is not about romance. It's about if your partner shits their pants and you're there to help them. That's real true love. When you
That
see
sounds like
somebody
a
at their
Hallmark
worst.
card.
Right?
It should be. It really is. I mean, after a certain point, you're like, look, you're going to see and hear some stuff that you necessarily didn't sign up for. You're like, what? And you're just like, okay, bring it on. What else am I going to do?
Bring it on.
Yeah, let's do this. Oh, God.
Johnny, what's the worst public toilet you've ever seen? Do you have a memory?
Oh, totally. Absolutely. It's vivid.
Like how you're rubbing your eyes. You're like, oh, I'm there right now.
I got to get this out of my memory. I feel like it was. So we do a lot of running in my family. There's a race called Ragnar, which is this 2-day relay race.
It's crazy.
And they have what they call honey buckets. which is the worst word for an outhouse. It's so bad. It makes it sound appetizing.
Yeah.
Like, a honey bucket. Yum. Honey bunches of oats or whatever. Anyways, one of them was in such bad condition. It just, you can almost taste it.
Oh.
You know,
it's thick.
like baking out in the hot summer, air. And so I walk in, and it's so bad you had to bring your own toilet paper. And so I'm just hovering over it, have to take a dump, hovering, but everything is filthy except for this like toilet paper holder. I'm like, oh, okay, at least they have this. And so I put the toilet paper in there, do my business, get out. And then I find out that it wasn't a toilet paper holder, but it was a urinal. And so like, no wonder it was sort of clean.
Oh my God.
But I totally just like, oh gosh, totally just wiped my butt with toilet paper from that had just been rubbed in whoever just took a leak in there.
Hundreds of people's urine.
Yeah. Yes. So unforgettable experience.
Oh no.
Hell to the no. Come on. Hell no. To the no.
Oh, it just ruined. I'd be like, I'd be ruined. I'm like, race over. I'm like, guess what,
I'm
guys?
the real winner. Of
Yeah,
this
you're
race.
like, I'm done. Like he's walking out. You're like, there's no need to finish. Like, what's the point?
What's the point anymore?
Yeah.
Especially the fact that you brought your own toilet paper, which like Dave's a runner. Like he's been in circumstances where he goes into a porta potty and there's nothing there, and you had it, but then you tainted it.
I did.
Oh.
Yeah, that one was on me.
Ugh.
But I get it. Those Ragnars. I mean, was it one of the late night legs of the race, or was it like?
This was midday.
Okay.
Or midday time.
But that's a rough.
Yeah.
I mean, I've had friends that done that race before. It's brutal.
Yeah.
Or it can be, especially if you're like. But I can't do that race mainly because of the bathroom situation. I think. I think I would lose my mind. Like just I mean, we've all been there with those horrible porta potty type of deals. But like it's just. Whew, I can't even imagine.
Amen.
But you survived.
I survived.
You lived to tell the tale. So thank you for that.
Yeah, you're welcome.
And you didn't poop your pants.
No.
But have you
There are
seen? Have you seen other runners who have? Because Dave has said,
Yeah.
I mean, if you're a runner, that sounds like par for the course.
It's not if, it's when.
Yeah.
And then the question is, are they just going to keep running, or do they like clean it up? Because a lot of times they just keep running. So
Yeah.
Whatever.
I famously saw this one woman who runs New York Roadrunners Club. Usually, like in the summer, minus COVID, there would be like tons of people at these races. And this one lady who's always there. She's older. She's got to be like in her 80s almost, or like late 70s. And this must have been like, God, was this last April or May? I don't know, whatever it was. It was like a kind of like a really warm day, a little almost too hot to run. And we look over, my friend and I look over, and this woman has already shit her pants. Like it's running down her leg, and their gun hasn't even gone off yet. Like we're like 15 minutes out.
Jeez.
And the gun went off. She just kept running. No, she just was like, fuck it. This is what I do. And she finished the race. And she's at every one of these races. And I was just like, it was kind of remarkable, but I mean, obviously disgusting because no one was running near her.
I think it was a defense mechanism, man.
Oh, maybe, yeah.
Nobody's gonna try and cut her off.
No.
Nobody's gonna get close to her.
Nope.
Try and draft.
People are like, forget time. I'm just gonna let her go, and then I'll figure it out somehow. But yes, she kept going. So, I was impressed.
And I remember, Dave, you said that she was wearing those like compression stockings. So it was like trapped between her stocking and her leg.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it was. I just remember thinking, like, was this what's going to happen to me when I get old? I mean, you just don't give a shit. I mean, you just kind of like literally just like, fuck it. I'm here.
Terrible.
I have no time to get to the bathroom, so, Let's deal with it. Woo. Anyway, I digress.
And Johnny, you were talking a little bit about your wife, but are they into potty humor the same way you are?
Yeah. So my wife, I feel like her family is even more like anti-potty humor than mine, or at least my mom. Because me and my siblings, we love it. But no, she has. I know how much she loves me because she's really embraced this game and like shares it on Instagram.
Clearly,
And I feel like it's pretty. You're either a poop family or you're not. And I will say too with the cards. What I've realized is, we all have like millions of years of evolution telling us not to eat our poop, right? So like. People have a natural aversion to poop. And what I found with both the ads and with this game is that by kind of making it a step away from actual turds, you can kind of find this balance where people are okay talking about it. It's like people can text a poo-emoji to their friends, but, like texting, for instance, a picture of your last bowel movement might not go over so well. So I've tried to find that sort of like step away point, metaphor or, making the poos more likable or more personified. And I think that's kind of the right balance, at least we're trying to make, is that people think they like poop, but they like to think they like poop, kind of a thing.
yeah.
Well, that's why we use the Bristol stool chart on this show, because it's so much easier to just describe it in a number than just say like, I had a big splatter poo this morning that had corn in it, know?
That's funny too. But I agree with you in the sense where some people like they might, they're squeamish towards like talking about farts or poops or anything like that.
Yeah.
That I think like you kind of make it, for lack of a better term, cute instead of funny. It's just like a little more accessible. They're not like they're not right in it. They're not there like with you taking a dump. It's just kind of like, oh, this is funny. Like it's like it's I can handle this.
Yeah, exactly. You make it safe. We say like with poopery, safe enough to talk about around the dinner table.
Yes.
So like, oh, you can talk about that.
No, exactly. You're right. 100%. Yes.
Talking about poopery really quick, at the Target near me, when I go to buy it, they put it in the weirdest section away from anything that you would think that's toilet. Like, they only put it next to the scented candles on the complete opposite of the store of toilet paper, of anything bathroom oriented. And I'm like, that's really funny that they put it like literally on the opposite side of the store. It's
Yeah, that's
where
weird.
they stock it.
Is that
I wonder if older women, because that's like poopery, that's a bunch of their demographics, these older women. I wonder if they're just not wanting to get caught dead, seeing shopping over there.
Yeah, no, I bet. I'm sure the manager's probably like, just put it in there like something like fancy at the candles.
Yeah, so she could buy her poopery and her scented candle at the same time, and it just looks fancy.
Yeah,
fancy.
And the packaging is very ornate, so it's not like it's not like a picture of like some shit stained toilet. So yeah, I get it. Oh.
And yes, and your wife probably has to enjoy a certain level of poo talk since poo has been paying the bills.
Yeah. It really, yeah. I try and get her to talk about it more, and it's one day at a time, one conversation at a time.
Very cool. You're doing amazing work.
Thank you. It's thankless work sometimes, but converting people to poop is my job. So.
My partner is completely the opposite of me. He does not want to talk about it at all. But like this morning, he started telling me everything about his poop. And I honestly think it's me doing this podcast at home and us being quarantined together and him hearing a conversation that's like literally broken down his walls. Like he was telling me the consistency of how it came out his ass this morning. And I was just like, I am busy. I'd like to hear about this, but just not right now. I'm busy. I'm like, I have other things to do. But yeah, his walls are crumbling.
Oh, that's great. Good, Gerald. Good on you, Gerald. That's awesome.
And have you guys, when you were at work writing these brilliant commercials, has there been anybody who farted that was funny, or was anything that happens that was like fart or poo related at work besides the actual just writing?
Gosh. I mean, we share an open office, and so when someone farts, we all know. I feel like
Echo. Oh.
I don't know. I mean, yeah, we definitely have an open culture where if someone does fart, we can call them out on it, and there's there's lots of, I'd say there's so I always use the metaphor of like there's that one guy speeding on the highway, and the cop's going to pull him over before he pulls, you over, even though you're speeding too. So I'm that person at the office. I'm always throwing out like inappropriate jokes. I always find the line. So if we ever get like an HR director, I'll probably be fired first.
You're like, just a little warning. He's probably gonna go.
You got to know where the line is. So you got to throw whatever poop joke out there to know. But if you look through our ads, we actually try and put a poop joke into every ad somewhere,
even when it's not poop related.
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah.
Genius.
Now I have to look at all of them. It's like the Easter egg in all
That's
of
so
them.
Yeah,
good.
the Easter egg. Yeah, that's exactly right.
That's amazing. Well, sorry, what
Dave,
you
do you
saying?
have any questions for Jonny?
No, you've been great, by the way.
Thanks,
so far,
guys.
so this
You've
is
been
awesome.
And Jonny, do you have anything else you want to add to this pooptacular conversation?
Can I tell people how to get Poo-pocalypse?
Oh yeah.
Is that okay?
Well, we have so sorry, we didn't make it sound like we're ending the show. We have 2 more segments left.
Okay.
So then
Okay.
If you want to add anything in your own poop world,
In my own poop world,
any accident stories or a story you've heard from somebody else, or
geez, it may come to me later, but I don't have anything right now.
It's okay.
well,
we can always add it in later
we'll
or
have
something.
to have you back again.
For sure.
That's right.
So
But yeah, I'll call you.
yeah,
Please set up another interview when it comes to me.
that'd be hilarious. I'm totally fine for adding stuff. I like to add on. It's an expansion pack of interview.
That's right. Explosive expansion.
So we have this next segment right here, which is called Let's Get Shitty, and you get to complain about whatever you'd like. Obviously, you get bonus points if it's poop related, but it doesn't have to be. So, yeah, I'm going to play this little theme song, and we'll get right into it. So here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's now time for Let's Get Shitty.
Okay, so, and again, like I mentioned before this, you can complain about whatever you'd like. It does not have to be poop or fart related, but we always appreciate a good poop or fart complaint. So, since you're our guest, if you'd like to go first, you can. If not, we can circle back to you. Whatever you prefer.
Circle back to me.
Okay, cool. Ellen, do you want to go first? Ladies first today, or?
Yes, I have one. I wrote a note and everything.
Perfect.
So I posted on Instagram, and I know this episode's going to come out weeks later, so you're going to have to dig through the Instagram to see it. There's this amazing viral video of a dog who walks on like the front of a boat, and it starts pooping on the boat, and the poops go rolling off. It is fucking hilarious.
That's good.
And I don't remember exactly who the first person who sent it to me was, but it was sent to me like last week, and I posted it right away because I was like, I'm more into human shit than I am into pet shit, but like this was hilarious. Like the way that the poop lands on the boat, you think it's going to splatter, but they just like roll right off like marbles. And the fact that the boat is moving and the dog is still just shitting. Since then, though, about 10 people have sent it to me. Yes. Thank you, everybody. I'm so delighted every time anybody sends me something that's poop, butt, fart related. I'm very happy. But friends, stop sending me the video. Look on our Instagram first and see if we've posted it, and follow our Instagram. And then I don't have to get it 10, 15 times over and over. And I just am like, yes, people, we've posted it. Pay attention. So that's my Let's Get Shitty. Join our Instagram, Look there first.
I think it's a great complaint. Although I will to play to go on the other side of that. I will argue that we have a show about farts and poops. So this is like part of the whole. It's part of the gig. I feel like you're gonna get it regardless if they're following Instagram. They're gonna be like, "Oh my god!" But
I just want them to look first. Just look through the past week of our Instagram. See if we've already posted it.
True, but what if they missed a week and they're like, "Oh, I didn't know if you guys did this or not." But I'm just playing devil's advocate. But I understand your point. I got that same video 3 times, and I was like, "Oh, I just got this," but not 15 or whatever your number was.
No, but it was insane. At least 2 a day for the past week.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah.
So
And
clearly,
I just copy and paste our post. Yep, did it already. Thank you. Bye-bye.
oh my god, that's
It's
funny.
my complaint. I get to
No,
be
you know what?
shitty
I'm
about
sorry.
it.
Yeah, that is your complaint. I didn't mean to poo-poo on your complaints. I'm sorry. Well,
But Johnny, if you haven't seen it, I'll send it to you. It is
Please,
hilarious.
yeah.
It's really funny.
And all of you, if I get 10 of them, the more the better for me.
you're like, why are they sending me all this stuff? It's like I have a board game about poop or something. I don't know. It's like, what the?
Johnny, I don't know if
we have a
you've seen our
show.
cartoons for the podcast, but the animator who's done our cartoons, he was telling me how he has to look up how poop lands so he can draw it, and it's just so funny, how you really have to think about poop outside of the toilet to go along with some certain stories. But this dog, the way his poop lands and rolls, is brilliant.
It's good stuff.
So good.
It's very.
The physics
Yes.
of poo.
Exactly.
The fecal physics.
How is the air hitting
Exactly.
it? Is the wind in a certain way? Yeah, it's good stuff.
Dave, do you have a good complaint to this
I mean,
week?
not really. I've been a little just busy with some work stuff and getting some stuff done that I've kind of that's all I've been thinking about, and it's been on my mind. So not really, although I will say I did forget. I was going to bring this up on the show. I was going to text this to you, Ellen, separately, but I figured this is a good time to show it on the podcast. So my friend Clara, friend of the show, sent us this. Hold on for 1 second. I completely forgot about this. So this is kind of my Let's Get Shitty. She sent this to me via Amazon weeks ago, and I completely forgot because I had it stuffed on my desk next to some other crap that was covering the box. But it's this. I got this thing from Amazon in the mail. I'm like, what did I order? I'm like, what is this? And it's a game called Duty Head. It's you put this elastic thing on your head, and you try to catch. People throw little duties at you, and you try to catch it on top of your head. I imagine whoever has the most duty in the end wins. But I completely forgot to show this and share this with the audience. Obviously, this is a audio podcast, so they're not going to really get it. But we'll post it on Instagram. I mean, it's just a little tiny, like I said.
God, hilarious.
So there's two people have it. They put this both on their head, and then it's little Velcro straps on it with little poos that stick to the Velcro, and you just throw it at each other, and whoever has the most wins.
Dave, when we finally get to see each other again, we are playing that. That's first.
For sure. So
First thing on the agenda.
I want to say thank you, Clara, for sending me this gift, and I apologize for not mentioning it until just now.
Is that your Let's Get Shitty that you forgot about?
Yeah, I just forgot about it, literally until the show started. I look over, I'm like, oh my God, I still haven't even talked about this thing yet. So my Let's Get Shitty is me. Johnny, do you have anything?
Yeah. So it's a blessing, but also a curse because we've done some weird ads. We get the weirdest of the weirdest people.
Oh yeah,
coming to us.
I know.
So,
including this podcast.
I describe you as pretty normal compared to some of the stuff we've gotten.
Oh, I'm sure. We've definitely got some weirdos.
So my request would be to those people, you know who you are. Don't send us these things. We got this guy comes in, and this is his pitch to me recently. He's like, okay, so this is my product. I call it human floss. So he's like, we all get poop stains in our underwear. And I'm like, we all get poop stains? Are you speaking for me?
Yeah.
Anyways, he's like, yeah, so this is like, it's like a sponge, but it's a long sponge. And so you just go to the, when you're in the shower, you just floss in between.
No!
Oh, that is the best.
It sounds like a recipe for UTIs, 1. And then 2, like, why don't you just wipe or if anything, use the shower like a bidet?
Yeah, or just, I don't know, like, clean your ass, dude. Like, I mean, this guy was probably waiting for you to be like, this guy's a genius. You're like, guys, get over here.
Yes. Why did I think of human floss?
You like pitch it again to the rest of the group. They're not going to believe this.
No, you could actually tell him that the original toilet paper, before we had toilet paper, what humans would wipe their asses with was a sponge on a stick or wet rope. So it's been used. It didn't work. We have like graduated since those. So no.
Wet rope.
Like,
oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Ugh.
That is hilarious, by the way. I love that he's just like, okay, butt floss.
Picture this.
Yeah.
So he came pitching it to you, but he didn't want to like pay for your advertising skills. He wanted.
He
you
was
guys
coming
to-
in. He was wanting to do some sort of like ownership deal, like you guys can have some of it, like come
Out
make
the ground.
us the next Squatty Potty.
Yeah.
Your product has to be good to get any kind of success.
It's like, look, I'm giving you if you get in the ground floor opportunity here, okay? This is going to be bigger than Amazon.
My God.
Oh, God, it's so great. You're going to be lighting cigars with $100 bills next year.
Man. Oh,
like,
human floss.
I mean, how long were you like just holding in your laughter? Or are you just kind of like, okay, yeah.
I was praying that I would not burst into laughter in front of him.
Oh, that's good. That's a good one.
That's hilarious.
Well, we're going to take those problems and weird things, and we're going to flush them down the toilet as soon as I find my flush down the toilet effect. Here we go. Nice.
So therapeutic.
Exactly.
Right?
There's a clearing now. So
Exactly.
last segment, we have some good news. Oh, well, it's actually news, but it's a funny good news. There's so many puns because I wanted to like tie into like all the awesome stuff you guys are doing with your game. So I figured there's so many puns in this next news story. But let me play the theme song first, and then we'll talk about it. So Ellen said this to me. I mean, my wife had told me about this a couple nights ago. We were about to fall asleep, and I just couldn't stop laughing. But then Ellen said it to me the next morning, and this is all based around Johnny Depp and his, I guess, soon-to-be ex-wife. Yeah, divorced ex-wife, Amber Heard, or as Johnny Depp called, jokingly, Amber Turd. Amber Turd. And it's like this story came from, I guess, the UK Mirror, which I imagine is like a pretty crappy tabloid magazine, but still, for this podcast, this is a great news source. So the whole headline read, Johnny Depp joked Amber Turd was quote unquote in the dumps after he found a poo in his bed. So it's just like, I just don't, the whole, I mean, look, I'm sure getting divorced sucks, and like, this guy's a celebrity, all the crazy stuff we've heard about him and his wife, awful. But I mean, the fact that someone just took a crap in your bed.
It wasn't the article basically said that that's what sealed the deal with the divorce?
He was like, this seems like a good time to kind of just let this thing end. And apparently he thought it was their friend, someone named Io Tillett Wright. Did
he do any stool sampling? Did he take that?
I didn't get that far because I was laughing so hard about this whole, like, first of all, this is just, I mean, this is why I don't get why people want to be famous. Like, because this is just out there in the world. Like, I'm reading this on our podcast. Like, I would be horrified if this happened in my personal life. And, but he's got a good sense of humor about it. I mean, he's making puns and stuff. It's pretty funny. So anyway, apparently Depp claimed that Amber confessed to their estate manager that it was a harmless prank. and that she actually was the one who was responsible, not their friend. So there's a little bit of debate on who did it, but I'm going with Amber Turd because that is just like
Who done it?
Yeah, man, like Pooh done it.
Pooh done it.
But yeah, so I thought that was a hilarious story. I mean, this Hollywood whatever fodder, but really just like that's just next level. Like, and also I'm sorry, shitting in someone's bed is not a harmless prank.
No,
that's just like.
and there's a term called "don't shit the bed." Like celebrities are shitting each other's bed.
Yeah,
you
man.
don't want to do that.
She's like, it'd be kind of funny. Let me just defecate in my bed. That sounds like a good idea, right? Sure. Like, think it through. Oh, because this is all. By the way, this is all coming out in this whole trial that he's like suing this magazine. So it's just like this. It's just everywhere now. I'm like, oh God, no one should know that.
I mean, if it gets people talking about poop more and more comfortable, with dropping trial wherever, maybe there's a net positive.
I mean, look, I'm glad it's not
Amber
me.
Turd.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm not involved in this because that's just too much. But for this show, and it's great. But Amber Turd, I thought was pretty amazing. I was like, Johnny Depp. There you go, my friend. You get all the claps. Anyway, so with that little funny pun-laden story, Johnny, thanks for being on the show.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Appreciate you.
Dream come true.
And
pleasure to be here.
And please tell our audience where we can find you, where we can find about Poo-pocalypse. I can't even pronounce it. Tell us everything.
Yeah. So I'm much more active on LinkedIn actually and Facebook. Just search Jonny Vance. And I guess Poo-pocalypse will be, the Kickstarter ends tomorrow when we're recording this. By the time you're listening to this, we'll hopefully have it on Amazon around November or December. So if you want to put some, if you want to get some Yule logs for someone's stocking for Christmas, if you want to, if you want to punish someone, this can be for your bad friends too.
Yeah,
someone you hate.
It.
Poo-pocalypse. Yeah, just search it on Amazon.
Excellent.
So far, I haven't looked at your Kickstarter today, but so far, did you guys make your goal?
Yeah, we hit it within the first 30 minutes. So,
oh my God, that is amazing. That deserves a little applause. Congratulations.
I feel like it's a win for all of us poop lovers.
Yeah, I mean,
we are here. We are here.
But that goes to show you that, like, within 30 minutes you're fully funded. So a lot of people are into this. I'm glad that you proved your mother wrong, and that you can actually make a whole life living out of this. It's pretty incredible. So I applaud you, my friend.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, until next time, people will. Stay safe out there and go out and get that game and then just enjoy it.
And Dave, you and I are going to be playing it the minute I get it because I was a backer on Kickstarter.
Oh, excellent. I should go back it today. I'm going to do that today. Excellent.
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
Thank you so much, Johnny. Happy pooping, everybody, and toot, toot, toot.
Hey Poopy Podcast is brought to you by Perfect 4 Entertainment. Produced by Dave and Ellen, with executive producer Stormy Leather, edited by me, Dave.
For more information, go to HeyPoopyPodcast.com for episodes, merch, and more. Follow us on Instagram at HeyPoopyPodcast and Twitter at HeyPoopy. Theme song by Jordan Perlson. Hey Poopy.